Hi folks, I'm Dennis. Today I'm going to change the belt tensioner on a Ford 5.4 liter modular V8. It's got a serpentine belt on that engine. This particular truck has over 200,000 miles on it, and the belt has begun to slip under heavy acceleration, so the belt tensioner needs to be replaced. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's get started. The easiest way to do this is to get all this air intake, cold air intake stuff out of your way. There's a bolt right there, which you can see I've already loosened up. And then there's two on this side, one there and one there. It takes a 10mm wrench or socket to get those bolts out. They've got a captive washer on them, so you don't really have to worry about dropping anything when you take that off. It's a hose clamp that holds this rubber boot onto the throttle body. Loosen it up. You got a couple of steel lines that come in here. You can take them loose. Just kind of work that off. That boot will come off the throttle body. Take it loose off the air intake, or the air filter canister, I mean. I'm going to go ahead and move the upper radiator hose. They've just got these squeeze clamps on each end. I've already pulled this one off, but you just squeeze these clamps. You know, it goes right up here. I can't do it one-handed, but yep, you squeeze it and slide it down the hose a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of crimp it back this way. Again, that's not the best thing in the world for my hose, but it'll get it out of my way for the time being, so that'll work. Right there is the belt tensioner, and you got the hole in there. And so what you do is, I like to use breaker bar because it's a little bit longer. Stick it in that hole right there. Doesn't really have to snap in, but it's easier if it does. Less likely to bust your knuckles. And you pull it toward the center of the engine, because that tensioner has to swing down to let the tension off the belt. And it takes a little bit to do it. So you got to have both hands, because you got to slip the belt off too. And then it'll come on up a little ways. You don't have to worry about your belt, because how to route the belt, because right there and on the front cover over the radiator is a diagram that tells you one's for the 4.6 and 5.4, and then the other one is for the 4.2 liter. But that'll give you the routing for the belt, so you can figure it out if you knock the whole thing off. Here's a box for a new one, and here's what it looks like. That's the front side from the engine. It goes in like that. It's where the 3 mount bolts go. The spring mechanism's in here, and that's the pulley. So we're going to take that off and replace it. Bolts that hold it on, and you can see them right there. They're 10mm bolts, and just get in there with a ratchet or a wrench and take them right out. Old one's out. That's the old one. This is a new one. So it goes in the same way. Just got 3 bolt holes. Line them up and put the same 3 bolts in. The bolts are easy. They're all the same size, so it makes it easy. You don't have to keep up with which one came from where. And torque them down pretty good. You want to snug them all up first and then tighten them up. You don't want to over tighten them, because this is all aluminum or cast aluminum, and it'll crack if you over tighten it. So get them tight, but don't use a breaker bar or anything like that on them. Just use your ratchet, snug them up, and then give them a little bit more to tighten them up, then you'll be fine. I'm going to put the top bolt in first, because it's easier to line up and get started. And then I'll get the other 2 in a minute. Okay, so I got all 3 bolts finger tight. So now I'm going to tighten them up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten up the top one fairly tight. And then go to one side and then the other. Because I don't want to get the thing in a bind. And I'm going to get it tight, but I'm not going to crank down on it so hard as to crack the aluminum. And that'll be just fine. So then all you got to do is pull it back with the breaker bar, tension the belt, and tensioner's done. And there you have it. It's all buttoned up. Now it's just ready to test. So you want to make sure you got all your tools out of the way, get your tools out from under the hood, crank it up, check the belt. Thanks for watching my video. Hope it helped. See you soon.